Hi, this is Matt Presley with Open Labs. Sitting here at Zach's studio with Polow to Don. It's a late night session. Hey Polow, what's up, man?
Chilling, man.
Nice to finally meet you, man.
Thank you very much.
Just want to ask you a bunch of questions. One, how'd you hear about Open Labs?
I heard about Open Labs from a friend of mine, a producer by the name of Brian Kidd. He basically was just showing off, one day it was like, man, you got MPC, man, you old school. So he's like, I'm going to introduce you to something like that's the future. So he showed it to me. It was the Nico, and I was amazed just by how it looked because I had never ever seen a keyboard that just looked like this. But come to find out, it was much more than a keyboard. So anyhow, I just, I worked with him one night, and just all night, he just showed me everything he could do. And after that, I was amazed, and I felt behind after that. So.
Right on. So you're kind of compelled to jump into today kind of thing.
Most definitely.
Right. What kind of projects are you working on these days with this?
About to start a new Pussycat Dolls album. Nicole's from the Pussycat Dolls, her first single I did. I did 4 records on the album actually, but I produced 3 of those records on here. And got the new Eve coming out, Eve featuring Robin Thicke. I did Fergie's stuff here. Cool. Sierra's Promise. Everybody always asks me like, how did I get that record to sound like that? Right here. Jamie Foxx. They want me. We're talking about me executive producing Jamie Foxx's new album, but I did DJ Play Love Song on his last album, which was a huge single. Jamie Foxx, Whitney Houston, Alicia Keys, Mario. Janet Jackson, Mariah Carey. You name them, I'm pretty much a guy.
Right on, man.
I don't know if they're using me for my music or my looks. I don't know, but all these pretty women, man, they always request me. But I'm there. I'm gonna show up. So and I'm gonna deliver.
Wow, you must hate your job.
Nah, I love it, man. But this makes it almost like this. It may sound weird, but since I got my Nico, even though I know that they call me a step behind because they have a Miko now. But I got in early, so I'm just stuck on the Nico. That's what I'm used to. That's what I love. But ever since I got the Nico, I really stopped playing video games. And it might sound weird, but it's almost like you never know what you're gonna find. Just because I have so much here. This is my entertainment. Even though I'm working, it's actually my entertainment. And just it's crazy, man. It takes the experience of production and producing to the next level. It makes it not a job.
So, I see you got the Nico here, you got an extra monitor, you got an MPC. How exactly are you using this?
Right now, this is my everything. I use the MPC just because I got a couple old sounds in there, or if I want to just have something going on here and just play around with something over here at the same time. This is just extra stuff right here. Really, this is my everything. I run my Nico as a sequencer, as a module. I have Pro Tools in here.
Cool.
I have SSL plugins. I pretty much, my thing is fully loaded. I really don't need an engineer. Really, I don't need anything. Really, I use a multi-million-dollar studio, but really, if I had the patience and the time and the care, I would do everything here. You can do everything here. You can mix because like I said, just to go back to Brian, I was so impressed. He actually played me stuff that he recorded, vocals, everything,
Just straight in,
and it was mixed, and it sounded incredible. You know what I'm saying? So, really, in today's time, everybody's using Pro Tools anyway. So, if you're not talking about analog, this is the ruler of the digital world.
Yeah, all it takes is a couple of talented cats, yourself, Brian. You get a tool like this, you can pretty much do anything you want.
Yeah, but I do like to have an engineer on hand just because that's what they do. That's.
Yeah, they'll let you focus more on producing while they focus on the technical stuff.
Right. That's what we pay them to do, to be professionals at making your stuff sound even better, go to the next level. But yeah, but like I said, it's just impressive because you can do everything, anything you can imagine. All those keyboards, the phantoms, everything is all in here. It's like you buy this one unit and you need no other, hardware.
So have you done that? Have you sampled some of your other hardware inside to have your sounds in the box?
Yep, I sure have.
So being you started off with MPC, you're using an SSL console, you're using hardware. Are you finding that the quality of the software that you can put inside the box to be just really on par? You're getting the results you need to get out of it?
Most definitely. And I do think this thing sounds much better than Pro Tools and Mac. I personally believe that they sound better. People, use Logic and stuff on their Macs. I can always tell it just sounds thin, has a thin thing to it. And just like any old school engineer tell you, Pro Tools overall has like a different little sound to it. But my point is, I feel like the compressors and what are these outs called, Tony? SLR.
SLR.
The SLRs, I mean, it gives you just that hard sound, to me, like, even you can come in and go out digitally, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, it's my everything. It's my everything.
So how many sounds and instruments do you think you have loaded inside this?
Over 1 million. Easily. Easily.
And how many, that's on how many hard drives?
I'm running 3 right
3?
now.
Nice.
Yep. Running 3 right now. And, like I said, that's why it's like a video game for me. When I come in to work, it's like, I have this thing for over a couple years now, and I still find programs and sounds that I never heard or used before. So that's what's great about this. You can keep expanding, keep growing, and this is just basically at the end of the day, this is the future. This is what music has come to and is going. Like you got the SSL board, which to me, I'm almost considered an old school producer because I still use SSL. A lot of producers don't even know what SSL means or the value of SSL because pretty much even the top-notch mixers are just going everything in the box, which is Pro Tools, slang, in the box. But my point is, I have all that here, but I still run mine through SSL. But I have SSL plugins. But I try to mix this sound with the actual old school analog, give it a little dirt, you know what I'm saying? And just try to make it beefy. But I have so many like the 808. You ever heard of the 808 plugin?
Oh yeah, of course, yeah.
I can make any kick in the world of 808. I mean, just you have anything you can even think of. I can type in words and make the choir sing those words. Just things you never is your imagination can run wild with this thing.
So what all programs are you using in there, but outside of Pro Tools?
Outside of Pro Tools, I use this competitor called Cubase, which is the way I have it set up is like my sequencer. So let's say this. Let's say I'm sequencing the beat in MPC. You do your 8-bar loop or whatever, and you're making a track. I can do the same thing here, but when I make my track, it's actually recorded. So it's like,
yeah, man,
it's like, you know what I'm saying? It's like it's done, so it's ready to go. It's like if you was actually recording in Pro Tools, but sequencing. It's kind of weird to explain, but it's as if Pro Tools was built inside of it. So that's kind of what Cubase is for me. It's my sequencer and my whole foundation. But through Cubase, I have Intact running, which is my sampler. I run all my samples through there, new samplers. Whether you get MP3s or you get WAV file, any WAV file. You know what I'm saying? WAV file is pretty much the common denominator right now for music. All my WAV files goes in there, and then I have Stylus, Sample Tank. Giga Studio, like everything is here. But it's all the base of all my stuff is Cubase because I have it all hooked up through Cubase. So it's all MIDI through Cubase. You know what I'm saying? So it's incredible, man. It's unreal. You just gotta come see it. And then I got Channel Grabber. People don't even know about Channel Grabber, but the way Channel Grabber works.
Give away your secrets.
They still have to know how to use it. If I spend all day sampling, I used to spend like one day just to sample. That's how I would motivate myself to make new beats, just new sounds. So I would spend all day sampling records into the MPC, and then you have to chop them in the MPC, and then assign them to the pads, and then save them, and it takes a long time to save. This thing here, once you sample it in here, it's ready to go. It's ready to go. It's like you have it forever. You don't have to save it. You know what I'm saying? It's already saved. As soon as you put it in there and push stop, it's saved. And then once you chop it, I'm already in Cubase. It's ready to go. So it cuts down the steps of an MPC.
Yeah, you get right to making music as opposed to being like an editor.
Right. Most importantly, since I got this thing, I got a 6-pack. I was 40 pounds heavier before I got it. After I got it, 6-pack, man. It's under there.
Then
Trust
Nico
me.
will make you ripped. Right on, what? Man, I really appreciate your time.
For sure.
Thanks for the effort. Keep making this thing work and do what you do.
Thank you. Six
Cool.
pack coming soon.
Me too.